Hey guys, Aaron Zeller here of the Zeller Writing Company and inkonhand.com. Today I want to talk about the newest addition to the store, the Clairefontaine 1951 collection of notebooks. They come in a couple different sizes, quite a few different colors, and they have an awesome throwback design. So let's check them out. Alright, so here it is, the Clairefontaine 1951 collection of notebooks. As you can tell, they come in a couple different sizes. The small one here is 9 by 14 centimeters, which is about 3.5 by 5.5 inches. And then the larger one is 14.8 by 21 centimeters, and that's about 6 by 8.25 inches. Now, they do come in a variety of colors as well, so I'll start off with the small ones here. The small ones do come in more colors than what I have, and I'll explain a little bit about why I don't have all of them in a second. Here's the blue, turquoise, black, green, and purple. Now, the way I have to get these smaller notebooks is in a variety pack for my distributor, and I don't have control over the colors that are in there. So I'll just show you quickly the disproportion of colors that I received. So here's the purple. I got just a couple purples initially, just a couple blacks. I got about 4 greens, 4 or 5. I can't remember if I sold a couple of those yet. I got a couple blues. I did get a couple of those, but I know for sure I have sold a few of those. But then here are the turquoise. It's a fairly large stack of those. So basically the moral of this little story is if there's a color that you really want, get it while it's in stock, because I can't guarantee that it'll become that it'll be back in stock the next time that I order more of these things. Yeah, so they are. It's just odd. I don't know why the distributor doesn't allow for purchasing separate colors, but what are you going to do? All right, and then here's a large one. Now these I can't order in individual colors, so here are all the packs that are available. For some reason, I don't really know why purple is not available in large ones yet. Maybe it will be in the future, but as of the making of this video, it is not. I do have the orange here, which is, it's also called coral, pink, black, green, blue, and turquoise. I have the same number of all of these. I don't have an oddly huge pile of turquoise here. So probably the first thing you'll notice about these notebooks is this little note window right here, or labeling area where you can write your labels, which is kind of cool because usually it's not on a lot of notebooks. You kind of just have to pick a spot on the notebook and draw or write what's on there. But this gives you a nice little area to write in. Another thing that's really cool when you're feeling it, I don't know if you can see it on the video or not, but it is textured. It's actually a really nice feel to it that gives it a really just vintage kind of feel. The colors are good. They're not super vibrant. The pink is a little vibrant, but that's totally fine because if you're going for pink, you usually probably want a little vibrant. I can actually, if I can zoom in, maybe you can see the texture here, but I'm not completely sure. They do have all these little tiny lines along here, and those themselves are not embossed or anything giving the texture. It's actually the paper itself. I don't know if you can tell, a little bit in the shadow right there if I get it right. Yeah, there you can see it just a little bit. There is some texture here, and it just gives a cool feel. It's nothing that makes the writing any more exciting or anything like that, but it does just add a little bit to the feel of these notebooks. Now inside, you're going to get the awesome Clairefontaine paper. It's 90 grams per square meter. It is not really water resistant. Well, I guess it is a little water resistant, which makes it great for fountain pens. You're not going to get bleed through or show through anywhere. The lines are 8 millimeters, I believe, like the other Clairefontaine lined pages. And they're just great. There's 48 pages here. It's side staple bound, two staples there, and the pages themselves are just basically 24 larger sheets folded in half and then stapled. It lays fairly flat. I can get these out of the way and show you. Just bumped the microphone there, so if you heard that, I'm sorry. Yeah, they do lay fairly flat. You don't have to worry. Like for me, I'm left-handed, so it's good to not have this huge bump going up, because if you're left-handed, you know that's really what causes the problem. for writing. You have the thing, you have the bump there, and then you wait a little bit. You pretty much stretch your hand out as far as possible before hitting that bump, and it just gets worse and worse by the end. And then you come back, it's good handwriting, and then it gets worse and worse. Or you can just leave it and just decide to go over the bump, and you notice where you hit the bump, and then you're smearing the whole way. But this paper is great because it lays pretty darn flat. You're gonna see it's gonna lay the flattest in the very center. If I can find it, look at the center once you get it, because that's just where the paper is folded in half, so it's gonna lay a little bit more flat there. So you can tell it's, I don't know if you can tell it's, there's a little bit of a bump there, but pretty much once you flatten it out on the paper, it's pretty darn flat. All the corners are rounded on them. I just love the color. The color and feel of these notebooks is just fantastic. And the price is pretty darn good too. They're only about $4 or $5, I think, for these larger ones. And when you consider the paper quality of them and the look, it's fantastic. And then the smaller ones are right around $3, which, if you ever looked at field notes or anything like that, those smaller ones are Moleskine, the Kahir notebooks, and the Valance, which are fairly similar in size and design, are quite a bit more than that. The field notes themselves, they come in 3-packs, but the 3-packs are about $10, which equals out to a little more than $3 per notebook. And these, you get fountain pen friendly paper, more colors, and awesome texture, and cheaper. So how can you beat that, huh? All right, there isn't a whole ton to say about these notebooks. I mean, they're notebooks. They work really well, fountain pen friendly. All of them are lined. I don't have a blank option for anybody who wants that, but they're notebooks. They're great for taking to class. I actually take them to my college classes when I go. It's what I used to write in, and it just works amazingly well. Yeah, so that's about it. So I think I covered everything pretty well, but if you have any questions about these notebooks, feel free to just give me a call, send me an email, and I'll be happy to answer them for you or explain things a little bit further. Thanks. Bye.